We're going to tell you about a cult in your own backyard. A people rejecting the common pedestrian resident homeowner systems of suburban life for the pure refined life of high-speed freeway travel. They worship speed, motion, construction materials, and vehicular debris. And you know what? They're getting larger.
One of the few major east-west traffic arteries in San Diego County is State Route 52. The route improves regional transportation service by an estimated weekly rate of 1 million commuters. It reduces traffic on other routes and freeways and improves air quality and accessibility to local communities, most notably Claremont. But the lovely cement corridor which you see before you has a dark stain underneath. It began with a death that started the life of a vicious, oppressive cult. I'm Howard Zimmerman with AVPM. Together we'll venture into the realm of blind devotion, landscape idolatry, and human mutilation. Go.
The cult was started by a relative of a fatally injured Caltrans worker. The worker was killed on one of the first few days of construction back in 1971. Chris Elvira, a 5-year veteran of Caltrans engineering, fell to his death when some scaffolding collapsed near where now stands the Ardath Road off-ramp. Chris's brother, Gorby, started visiting the site to pay homage. It became an obsession with Gorby to be on the scene as State Route 52 was built. A monument was erected by the state of California.
Ceremony sites can be found all along State Route 52. They are especially located at bridge abutments and bridge overpasses. Police speculate that this is due to Gorby's fascination with his brother Chris's fall to death.
The ceremonies or debris rituals often involve the sacrifice of some object that has a direct relationship to State Route 52. I am seen here reviewing objects found at suspected cult sites. The objects are collected, worshipped, ritualized, and sacrificed. In sacrificing the objects, their energy field, or aura, is removed, actually causing the objects to become non-existent in the spiritual world. Occasionally, the sacrificed object is a human, a wandering suburbanite caught off guard in the freeway valley of death. Due to a recent extension of State Route 52, an increase of activity has been noted by law enforcement officials. The extension expands the cult's territory, which will follow the freeway corridor forever as it goes east. Recruitment is high, and the pressure is on to deconform and decompose the structured urban people who live en masse and receive impulses from numerous institutional control systems. Turn to two outstanding members on the fringes of the local communities who have raised themselves above the local pressure to ignore and suppress the cult's presence. Their views are candid, opinionated, and hysterectic.
Catherine.
Catherine, and how long have you lived in this area here?
About 16 years.
Have you ever seen the cult in this area that surround the state route?
Well, you don't always see it, but you sure do can hear it.
San Clemente Park right now outside State Route 52, and with me here is Joseph Hellam. And I wanted to ask you, Joseph, have you heard of the cult of State Route 52?
Yes, I have. I've read a few articles in the paper about that.
What would you hope that is done about the cult?
Well, I would hope that the authorities would be able to alleviate some of the problem with them.
Has it affected you or your family in any way?
Not directly, but we do see them running across the freeway and stuff like that, and hopefully they don't get hit by somebody or cause an accident.
We're with you there. Thank you very much, Joseph. And so it is.
It is said that the bowels or headquarters of the cult is hidden deep in the brush around San Clemente Park. Oh my, look around. Notice the remoteness, a highly regarded feature for the persuasions or rituals that take place. Joggers, dog walkers, those people on their lunch breaks are sometimes to what seems like a celebration to the joys of New Age healing. Here we go into one of those celebrations, it looks like. Using modern trends such as the New Age movement, they drag the unknowing deep into the recesses of the dark folly whip pikes of the cult. Oh my, I'd be scared if I were going down this road. Here's somebody jogging themselves. Fool. Unfortunately, these people fall into the Tinder trap. But unlike the familiar Frank Sinatra tune we all know, they fall into the waiting fires of an in-process sacrifice. They sacrifice their freeway love naivete for crash course death-like fact. The police evidence films suggest that their bodies are taken to the local dump, the Miramar landfill, just 3 miles east of San Clemente Park. There has been speculation by certain law enforcement groups that the cult is responsible for 9 unsolved murders and disappearances since Route 52 was built. The bodies of Frank Enos, Shelley Mollier, Owen Jones, Ingo Beltrot, Janet Jameson, Mary Morgans, Derek Lowe, Alan Havenhill, and local celebrity Ron Reed have been unplugged from their community forever. Their bodies were sacrificed at the whim of a tyrant suburban god, Gorby Elvira. The life-giving trees shown here are replaced by New Age health groups as a living monument to those missing and believed dead. Those beautiful trees. Although growing in size, the cult is weakening from being spread over new distances and through the diligent upkeep of police intelligence files made unruly during times of slow-paced obsession. The police are on to Gorby Elvira. They know his insidious practices, his concrete passion for his cause, and his need to find new reasons to avenge his brother's death. Honored officials of the California Highway Patrol, the Department of Motor Vehicles, and the California Transportation Department are his ultimate targets. The communities ask, how far can the cult take their cause before the system deals the crushing blow? Perhaps the closing of San Clemente Park? The Miramar landfill? Perhaps the closing of State Route 52?
But can we afford to lose this precious concrete pipeline to the east? I don't think so. We've stood around and watched the problem grow. Now we need to do something about it. But what's the intelligent choice? Napalm? SWAT? A new county office of cult registration? What will it take for the surrounding communities to take a street gang-like stand against such a silent, oppressive, dark force? Will the Claremont Crips battle the cult of State Route 52? Is that what it's going to take? This is Howard Zimmerman with AVPM, signing off. Oh my.